I have another great craft for you tonight, and this one is going along the lines of my recycling ideas. I love to use found things that I can just pull out of recycling. These are little albums using toilet paper tubes. You can see they each have 3 pockets, and in the pockets you can put little tags or photos or little gift cards even. And you can even have it so that it's a little birthday reminder or any event. These are not embellished. These are just simple booklets that I haven't added more things to. So you can just imagine what the final outcome is going to be. It's just so much fun to think about. Hey, let me show you what we're going to need to do. You saw the materials list at the beginning of the video. So we need to grab our 3 toilet paper tubes and our recycled box, another banquet meal. My teenagers love banquet meals. And then we need paper to cover the toilet paper tubes, paper to cover the cardboard, and then also we need a little binding. So this little piece of paper is going to be our binding to connect all of our toilet paper tubes, all of our little envelopes. Okay, let's get started. First, we're going to cover up all of the toilet paper tubes. Now, I have 5 by 5.5 inch measurements on the video and on the materials list, but what's really great is just grab those 6 by 6, oh, it's not perforated, those 6 by 6 pads of paper that you can get at Walmart for like $3. They're the perfect size, with the exception that you have to trim off the hanging part, which I thought it was perforated. So you just need to fold it over, kind of eyeball it up. I'm really good at eyeballing. And then just cover it up like this. Use your handy dandy glue stick. Just give it a little bit of security there. A little bit on the outside. Do that double stick. Now what I do is I kind of crease it so I know where the tube is inside there. I cut an edge off, and I cut the other edge off. See, I made a couple of tabs there, and I do the same thing. Whoops! I do the same thing for the other side. So I have tabs on both sides. Okay. Then what you need to do is glue those tabs on the inside of your tube. Just tuck it in there. Super, super easy to do. Okay. Just put a little dab of glue on here. You've got that little extra piece too. You want to glue that down too. Now I'll tell you a little secret. You don't even have to keep going on this project. You can just leave it as is. These are the cutest gift card holders for Christmas. What you would do is you would glue the end or glue one of the tabs on the outside to seal the bottom, and then slide your gift card in there. Embellish it with some stickers, some ribbons, anything to make it festive, and then you have this cute, adorable little gift card holder. But we're not stopping there. We're continuing. So you cover up all 3 of these, then you move on to your cover, and I'll show you how you lay out the cover. We have 4.5 inches by 2 3/4, and then we have 1 1/4, and then we have the next 4.5, 1 1/4, and you can do another 1 1/4, or you can do a 1 inch. I just happen to have a 1 inch here. I have my paper that's 13.5 inches long. It's a little bit longer, but this is what I'm going to attach it to. And the same applies with the channels that we've been doing on the other videos for the other projects. What you want to do is just make a little channel on between each piece of cardboard, glue them down, cut the edges, divot, and then what we're going to do is we will cover it with the inside piece of paper. Alright? So how about if I get started on that, and then I'll show you what the outcome is. Okay, so now that we have our cover assembled, we have all of our cardstock in there, we have both sides covered, then we need to score it. And a good way of scoring it is just to look at the very edge, and you can pick up where your divots are, and you just slide your bone folder or your spoon or your knife up, and then you score it so that it can fold. Okay, so this is what you're going to end up with, just a little box. So now what we need to do is we need to put in our pages or our little envelopes. Let me show you how to do that. This little piece of paper that was 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, what I've done is I've scored it, and the marks that I've scored it at, and there's no way that you could tell where it is, but I'll tell you the measurements. You start out with 1/4 inch, you fold it, then you go 1/2 inch, and you bring that up, and fold it. See what we've got going here? Then we have another 1/4 inch, and then we have 1/2 inch. Now you see what I'm doing as I go along. You're going to get the gist. Then another 1/4 inch, and then 1/2 inch. So we have like these mountains, and then like 1/2 inch mountains and 1/4 inch valleys. Kind of sounds like origami, which I don't think those are even the right terms for what I'm doing, but it kind of tells you we have 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4, 1/2, 1/4, 1/2, and then another 1/4. Okay, so you want to glue those 1/2 inch peaks, mountains. Okay, you want to glue those together because we are going to attach our tubes on these mountains. We want them to stay really well, so get that folder, get that score, and get them down really nice and tight. Okay, both sides. Okay. Then what you end up with is this handy dandy little binding. Now, you'll notice that when you try to put your toilet paper tube on there, it doesn't quite fit. So once again, you're going to have to trim it. But be careful how you trim it. You want to trim it right to the very edge, and just a little snippet off of each corner. Put it right down to that 1/4 mark. Okay? And do both sides, just a little bit. Sometimes I get a little carried away, but that's okay, because once you glue it in there, it's going to stay. It's not going anywhere. So now I have my binding with the corners or the edges cut off, and then what I'll do is I'll insert the toilet paper tube into that. Okay? But it's a lot easier if we put it in the book first. So it'll fit perfectly into that the 1 1/4 inch bottom that we have. Okay, so you're going to want to glue that. Put that in there. And it's good to use cardstock for this particular piece rather than just paper. Once again, get that really glued in there. It to stay. Okay. I want it to stay as it wiggles all around. Alrighty. So you've got that. Then you're going to want to change glues. You're going to want to change to Aleene's. You're going to want some sticky glue for that, for this one. So put Aleene's glue, just a strip of glue on the bottom. Get it halfway decent, not too skimpy. Squish it so it gets on both sides, and then slide it on. Okay. This is is where your third hand is going to come in. I didn't grab any. Okay, here are my third hands. So there you have it. You keep repeating that process. You close it up. You can close it up with ribbon. You can do an eyelet and tie it up. That would be cute to go all the way around with some twine. You can use Velcro, magnet even. And then when you go to stuff it, you get gift cards, tags, pictures, anything you want. So have fun with this project. I hope I gave you enough details. If not, leave me a question and I'll be sure to answer. Have a great night. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Hi, just wanted to show you a little hint about my third hand. There you go. Great way to have it set up and you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Thanks for watching.